Hello everyone, today's story is something truly fascinating. A tale that answered questions I've had for years about ghosts, spirits, and the strange happenings in our world. It's something I've never been able to fully grasp until today, and it might just change the way you view the supernatural. This story revolves around the mystery of why some people can see ghosts, while others can't. Why do some people experience ghostly encounters while others remain oblivious? Can you unknowingly see ghosts without even realizing it? And what about the terrifying sensation of being pinned down during sleep? Could it be something more than a mere sleep disorder? Today's content not only answers these questions but introduces a concept I've never considered before. It delves into the nature of spirits and ghosts, revealing their true purpose and what happens after death. And it ties back to two crucial ideas we've discussed before. One is the Binz experience, and the other is the concept of life after death. The story begins 20 years ago, when a man named Shui Zi, then only 20 years old, worked at a local amusement center in Japan. He would finish his shifts late, sometimes around midnight, and on his way home, would stop by a convenience store to buy something. Over time, he became familiar with the shop owner, and they'd chat for a while. One evening, Shui Zi mentioned how bored he was at home, with no TV shows to watch and nothing to do. The shop owner, seeing a chance for a quick conversation, offered him a temporary job to pass the time. So, after finishing his shift, Shui Zi worked a few more hours at the store, returning home around 3 or 4 a.m. It was during these late night hours that something inexplicable happened. One night, Shui Zi felt an overwhelming sense of discomfort after lying down to sleep. He glanced at the clock. It was only 7:40 a.m., but he'd only just fallen asleep at 6 a.m. Feeling unusually hot and restless, he tried to reach for his thermometer but couldn't move. It felt as though an invisible force was holding him down. His arms wouldn't respond. Alone in his parents' old house, he feared for his safety, thinking he might be on the verge of death. His only lifeline was the phone hanging above him. Barely able to move, he managed to call his girlfriend, but before she could arrive to help, something even stranger occurred. He looked at the foot of his bed and saw two old men standing there, strangers, their faces downcast. As soon as they locked eyes, one of them spoke. "Can you see me?" Frozen with fear, Shui Zi wasn't sure if this was a dream or reality. But the intensity felt too real to be just a nightmare. With a mix of fear and excitement, Shui Zi asked them, "How did you get in here?" One of the men explained they had entered through the window. In disbelief, Shui Zi asked if they were ghosts, and the man confirmed. But this wasn't the terrifying kind of ghost he had imagined. These spirits were more complex, and they had answers to questions about the afterlife. In a conversation that would reveal more than Shui Zi ever anticipated, the old man shared the truth behind the afterlife and what happens to souls who refuse to accept their deaths. Spirits, he explained, are souls who cling to their former lives, unable to move on, while some even become gods after refusing reincarnation. As Shui Zi continued to ask questions, he learned that the purpose of rituals like funerals and prayers isn't just to honor the dead, but to help them realize they are no longer alive. Shui Zi's experience would stay with him forever. Through his brief encounter with these spirits, he uncovered a reality that many never get to witness, an understanding of the intricate and often painful journey that souls undergo after death.